Hello, this is Lillian, the founder of the Genesis Science Initiative. So today is the continuation of part 2 of the parts of the brain we started the last time. So the last time we spoke about the cerebrum. So today we are speaking of the cerebellum. So the word cerebellum is derived from the Latin word that means little brain. But although the word means little brain, it has a huge role it plays for our entire body. So the cerebellum is the second largest part of our brain apart from the cerebrum. And as we said, the cerebrum makes 80% of the brain, but the cerebellum makes 10% of it. So the cerebellum helps us with our balance and to help us coordinate our muscles. The cerebellum does not help us to create our movement, but it rather fine-tunes it. Also, the cerebellum helps us study or learn a new motor skills. That is why most of the time, if people practice the musical instruments so well, or for example, a sport like basketball, a person can look so perfect that he or she looks like he or she is born with it. Now, based on breast anatomy, the cerebellum of the human brain has 3 distinctive parts, and they are termed lobes. The first is the posterior lobe, the second is the anterior lobe, and the third is the sulcomodular lobe. So now we have to see the functions of each of these parts. So for the posterior lobe of the cerebellum, these are its functions. It helps with fine motor coordinations through some specific inhibitory neurotransmitters such as the GABA, and it is also linked to happiness. Now for the anterior lobe, it is responsible for mediating unconscious propitiation, which is the sense of self movements like force, body position that is usually carried out by sensory receptors in our muscles and tendons. Now the sulconodular lobe, it maintains posture and balance as well as coordinated head-eye movements. So now yes, all the functions we have to know of the various distinctive roles of the cerebellum. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the Genesis IC.